everybody. Welcome back to the Royal Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I am reading on today. But before we get started, I have an announcement. I have memberships now. And if you would like to support this channel, if you would like to see this channel grow, if you would like for me to get better equipment, because I've been seeing y'all in the comments talking about my audio sometimes. But I am working on a shoestring budget. And as it grows and as more support comes to the channel, it is my plans to improve a lot of things. I want to do some lives. I am just really, really excited about the things that are happening with this channel. And I would be so happy if you decided to be a member and be a part of my family. And we are going to grow this little channel. I just know it. And yeah. Also, look right down here, find your settings, go in your settings. If you hadn't subscribed, subscribe. What are you waiting on? And while you're in there, hit the notification bell so you'll know when I upload or when I just decide to pop up, because I will do that. And give me a thumbs up to fight my nemesis, that unrelenting beast of an algorithm. I really, really would appreciate it. All right, let's get into the read. When I was putting the read together, I had so many articles to choose from. And you know why? Robert Jobson. Robert Jobson wrote a book. He's written the book, but he released some portions of the book. I think it was in the Daily Fail, but the Mirror picked up on it too. And my article comes from the Mirror. And it seems to me that the invisible contract is becoming more and more visible, and that people are starting to gradually walk away from it because, surprisingly enough, Robert Jobson is telling some truth. Not surprising to us squatties because we already knew it. Tina and Michelle called it way back what was going on. So we knew a lot of the stuff that was going on leading up to the wedding. Not at the time, but after. And now Robert Jobson is decided to put it down for everyone to see on the pages of the Mirror and the Fail. And I must say, even though I knew everything that he's talking about, we already knew that, it is so sweet to see it in print and out there for everyone, God and before God and everybody, to see exactly what kind of person William and Kate is, and all the things that they were doing to Harry and Meghan prior to their wedding. And I'm going to do a video to go into what they did after they were married, what Robert Jobson is telling. And I must say, I love it. Like I said, not because I didn't know, but because it's out there for everyone else to know. It's out there for history. They have been trying to rewrite history forever. William and Kate has. William playing this wounded person. Harry has wounded him so much. But we all know that he did all these things to Harry. Harry is the wounded one. That's why Harry said it is some apologies need to be made. It's some accountability that needs to be taken. But William wants to throw his rocks and hide his hands. And when you see the rocks in his hand and you call him out on it, he want to get mad with you. That's who William is. But it is all out there for everybody to see. Robert Jobson is going to go on different television shows and he's going to talk about it. And it's not going to be Harry and Meghan saying it where they can just discount it. It's going to be one of their own, one of the rats from the rodents, one of the rodents from the rat pack. It's pretty much telling what Harry and Meghan said was going on, the way William was behaving, the way they said he was behaving, that's the way he was behaving. He was being a bully. He bullied them out of the family. And then have the nerve to try to play the wounded one. Let's get into this article because I must say it is so delicious. Mwah! It's chef kiss. It's so delicious. It's so satisfying. And like I said, it's not satisfying because I didn't know all these things. It's satisfying for it to be out in the world for everybody to see. So when they do the crown or whatever show that they might do, they can't make up stories anymore. It's out there. It's on the record. It's been validated that this has been William's behavior. This has been Kate's behavior. And I love it. Let's get into it. The name of the article, like I said, it came from the Mirror. The name of the article is Prince William didn't want Meghan Markle wearing Diana's jewelry amidst daggers drawn tension. In a fraught run-up to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's wedding, a new book has claimed that concerns about their match, Prince William did not want his brother's bride to wear any of the late Princess Diana's jewelry. You remember when that Kelly lady kept on putting Meghan off from wearing one of the tiaras? And then Princess Diana's family, the Spencers, offered the Spencer tiara. And all of a sudden, tiaras was available to Meghan from the palace. This is why. William did not want Meghan to wear anything of Princess Diana's. William did not want Harry to marry Meghan. William is no dummy. He saw the quality of woman that Meghan was, and he knew that he did not want her in that family because she was going to outshine the mannequin that he's married to. Let's go on. Prince William sought assurance that Meghan Markle would not wear any of Princess Diana's jewelry before she wed Prince Harry, amidst concerns over the match, a bombshell book has claimed. It has long been claimed that William was keen for his brother to take it slow when he first started dating former Suits star Meghan in 2016. In his own controversial memoir, Spare, Harry recalled major tension with his brother as he planned his wedding to his wife. And now we know William, I believe, William and possibly Charles was behind the plot to stop the wedding. That's why Caroline Graham dispensed her down to Mexico, sent her out like one of the monkeys on the Wizard of Oz. Sent that flying monkey down to Mexico to cuddle up with Thomas Markle. Let's look at some of the pictures of Caroline Graham with Thomas Markle. Does that look like a reporter that came down to Mexico to get a story? Or does that look like somebody who did more than just an interview, if you know what I mean? My belief. I think it took more than just talk to get a father to turn against his daughter and to be on board with a plot to stop her wedding. Thomas Markle said on Australian TV, he named names, he name checked. Dylan Howard was one of them. He name checked him, who was in a plot to stop Meghan's wedding. And William, I believe, was behind that. He is so jealous of his brother. He saw the quality of woman that Harry had fallen in love with and had fallen in love with Harry and was going to marry. He saw the quality in Meghan and he knew that what he had could not compete. Mediocre. And he was jealous and he wanted to stop that wedding. He didn't want Meghan to have any of Diana's jewelry. He did not want her to wear the Spencer tiara. He did that. And now he wants to play victim. Let's go on. And now in a new book called Catherine, the Princess of Wales, which I find really, really comical that you have a book about Kate and you talk about Harry and Meghan. When you decide to publish segments of that book to promote it, you don't talk about Kate's advocacy for early childhood development. You don't talk about Kate's, I don't know, that's it. That's it. Well, you her her journey, her cancer battle, you don't talk about that. You talk about Harry and Meghan. But Harry and Meghan is supposed to be the insignificant ones. They supposed to be the losers. Like I said last night, they used to be able to call the balls and strikes. They used to be able to, meaning the newspaper and these royal experts, used to be able to determine who was going to be the winner and who was going to be the loser. But along came Meghan Markle and Harry himself. Harry has always been a winner. They have always tried to either cover his shine with a basket or used it to shine the light on themselves. But they always knew Harry was a winner. And then along came Meghan Markle. And here is two winners that you have the Herculean task to make losers. And then also came these women and men from all over the world with no leader, formed a group called the Sussex Squad that will not allow you to do it. So you got two people who are winners, and you got a group that's fighting for them. And now you know that you don't have that power anymore. That power you used to have to ruin people's lives, you don't have that no more. And I do believe that this book by Robert Jobson is an admission of that because he chose to tell the truth. Let's go on. And now, I said in the new book, The Princess of Wales, a biography, author and royal expert Robert Jobson claims that revelations between the two brothers before 2018 nuptials worsened with William wanting assurance from their grandmother, the Queen, that Harry's bride would not wear their late mother's jewelry, even though his wife Kate wears Diana's striking sapphire engagement ring. The cursed one. The cursed one. Let's go on. In a serialization in the Mail on Sunday, the book outlines how tensions had ramped up among the royals as Harry and Meghan's wedding neared. And they sent Carolyn Graham down there on a mission, like she did with Pat Tillman, mother, to ruin it. As recounted by Harry in his own book Spare, Meghan and Kate had an awkward moment over lip gloss several months before the nuptials, and things had come to a head between the two women when it came to the bridesmaids' dresses. Okay, let me explain this. It was nothing about the lip gloss, okay? And it wasn't the bridesmaids' dresses. That was William and Kate trying to put a stick in the spokes of Harry and Meghan's wedding. Just like after Harry and Meghan got married, they pretend like they had a problem because Harry and Meghan did not buy them an Easter gift. They were just looking for something to justify the real feelings, the pettiness, the jealousy that they were feeling because Harry and Meghan outshined them and was more loved by the people. They were more interesting. People wanted to see them more. Where they went, the crowds showed up. That's what it was about. It was not about no bridesmaids' dresses. It was not about no lip gloss. They wanted to justify their hatred for Meghan and who she was because they knew that she was out of their league. She wasn't one of these empty minded women who only was looking to marry well, like Kate. And they knew that. And the people recognized that it factor in Meghan. They already knew about the it factor in Harry. Harry was the most loved royal. Above, he was above the queen. And then when you put Meghan with it, they just could not take it. So let's go on. In his new book, the author writes, by the time William was confirmed as best man, the relationship had worsened. I have been told that still concerns about the match. It wasn't concerned about the match. It was concerned about who Harry was marrying. He knew Harry's wife was better. She was smarter, she was prettier, she was more capable, and she had so many accolades to her credit before she came now. She came into the marriage as a millionaire. She came into the marriage having spoken at the UN. She came into the marriage having worked in Africa and India, doing work to help people's lives. That's why. And he looked over there to the left, and Kate had not done anything, including not went on a overseas trip by herself and 20 years in the family. She had done nothing. She had nothing to contribute to her name. She just came up with this child development that she stole from a little girl on TED Talks, word for word. That's what it was about. Let's go on. I have been told that the still concerns about the match. He sought assurance from the Queen. This is what William did. Sought assurance from the Queen that Harry's bride would not wear any of Princess Diana's jewelry. Even though his own wife, we were saying that she had Diana's uh, ring, the cursed one. In public, the royal family was all smiles, though privately they were daggers drawn. When I watched that wedding, they had me fooled. I'm going to tell you, I really thought that it was a fairy tale. Harry put on a brave face, and Meghan did too. But what was going on behind the scene, I think even more than Harry and Meghan knew at the time, because William was working his black magic behind the scene with Carolyn Graham and those other minions he sent down to Mexico. He really wanted to stop that wedding. It said even though Meghan did not wear any of Diana's jewelry during the wedding ceremony, she famously wore her aquamarine cocktail ring to her evening reception along with her Stella McCarthy halter dress. I remember that. When they was in the car, Meghan was showing that ring, and that was the reason. They didn't want her to have it. And after Meghan married Harry, Meghan said, here you go. Here you go. Here you go. I remember Meghan showing it. Meghan got a little shadiness in her, and I love it. All right, let's go on. And they talked about other jewelry that Meghan has, Diana's watch, her earrings, and So it said, meanwhile, elsewhere in the exact, it is a claim William and Kate unconsciously raised their game after Harry and Meghan received glowing press coverage in the months after their engagement was announced. They were losing, Kate and William was losing their shit behind the scenes. When they saw Harry and Meghan go to, what was it, Brixton? And the crowd, even ABC, an American TV show, TV company, was there asking people in the crowd, how do you feel? How do you feel? How do you feel? He was losing his shit. Excuse my language. The author claimed that William was put out when Harry and Meghan was slotted in, in for a morning engagement in Cardiff in January 2018, which clashed with one of his. The book says competitiveness by nature, even when it comes to media coverage. He, William, chose the same afternoon to debut his new and dramatic buzz cut during a visit to a London hospital. The book claims that William expected to be treated with deference, and so did Kate. That's what that finger was in the face of Meghan to tell her, to try to put her in her place. Expected to be treated with deference due to his place in succession, and added some members of Charles' household was amused that William had felt so affronted. After all, the prince rarely showed such deference to his father. Shade. William treats his father like crap. We've all saw it. He bullies him. He has no respect for him. And now that he has the Duchy of Cornwall, where he has his own money, he pays Charles no attention. That's why he's not working and Kate is not working. That's why Kate conveniently came over, came down with cancer. So they didn't have to work. So they would have an excuse to be off. We hadn't saw William since the football game, and we hadn't saw Kate since Wimbledon. We hadn't saw her since then, and it's no telling when we'll see her. And Charles has no control over him. And you know what? I love that for him because the Queen had no control over him. He insisted upon making that woman his wife, who had did nothing but be an embarrassment to that family. And he insisted upon a lot of things, like the Queen wanted Harry to have security. He got in the way of that. In The Crown, it even said that he tried to get the Queen to relinquish the crown way before the Queen passed away. He was plotting and scheming. And I have told y'all what my theory about it is. And Byron has said the same thing. And I think me and him are on the same page. My belief. It's so funny how Charles got COVID and then went over there where the Queen was. But the Queen rallied. And the Queen lived, I think, another year and a half or more. She didn't die of COVID. But I believe he was trying to take her out. He was so hungry for that crown. He was hungry for it. And I bet you him and Camilla plotted that up. He got COVID. He went over there and had lunch with his 96-year-old mother. And that's what Charles did. I'm just saying. And this is the last of it. It says, since then, Harry and Meghan have sensationally quit the royal roles in the UK for a new life in America, and their relationship with William and Kate appears to be at rock bottom. Well, why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be? Like I said earlier, Harry said that it has to be some accountability and some apologies. And now we know why. Now we understand what he was talking about. Just think if your brother behaved in that manner before your wedding and treated your future wife the way he treated her, Meghan, and it only got worse from there. And we'll pick up on that in my next podcast. All right, y'all. Bye.